Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking an in-depth look into one of the most mysterious and powerful aircraft ever built, the U.S. Air Force's B-2 Spirit stealth bomber, and why the United States chose to send these strategic assets toward Iran during a time of rising tensions. The B-2 has always carried an aura of secrecy, precision, and unmatched capability, and whenever it is deployed, the message is unmistakable. In this script, we'll break down what makes the B-2 so unique, why its presence matters, and how such a move changes the strategic landscape in the Middle East. We'll explore its design, stealth abilities, mission profile, and the broader implications of deploying a weapons system that is often kept out of sight until absolutely necessary. The B-2 Spirit represents decades of research and development in stealth technology, taking shape during the Cold War when the U.S. sought ways to penetrate the most advanced Soviet radar systems. Its flying wing design was revolutionary and remains unlike any other operational aircraft today. The aircraft's goal was simple yet incredibly ambitious: evade detection, fly deep into enemy territory, and deliver precision strikes with little to no warning. Even now, after more than 30 years of service, the B-2 remains one of the few platforms capable of slipping past sophisticated air defenses. When these aircraft move from their home base in Missouri to operational theaters like the Middle East, it signals that the U.S. is preparing for a scenario where stealth and precision might be required at any moment. Its design relies heavily on shaping and radar-absorbent materials. The aircraft's curved surfaces and blended wing structure scatter radar waves rather than reflecting them, dramatically reducing its radar cross-section. In simple terms, it makes the B-2 appear on radar as something incredibly small, often compared to the size of a bird or even nothing at all depending on conditions. This invisibility plays a major role in its deterrence value. Countries that track U.S. military movements understand that when a B-2 is airborne, it may already be overhead before being detected. This uncertainty forces adversaries to rethink any escalatory action. Sending B-2 bombers closer to Iran is therefore not just about potential strikes, but also about psychological pressure, strategic signaling, and maintaining upper hand in a complex environment. When the U.S. sends these bombers to the region, it is usually in response to rising tensions, threats to American assets, or instability that could spiral into conflict. Iran's military infrastructure, including missile facilities, naval assets, and command centers, is spread across challenging terrain. Many of these sites are fortified or hidden, making them difficult targets for conventional aircraft. The B-2, however, excels in such conditions. It can fly long distances without refueling, stay undetected, and strike heavily defended or deeply buried targets with precision-guided munitions. This includes bunker-buster bombs designed specifically for hardened underground sites. The presence of these capabilities in the region reassures U.S. allies that Washington remains committed to preventing escalation while simultaneously warning opponents that the U.S. retains options they cannot easily counter. The B-2's mission profile emphasizes stealth insertion, precise engagement, and silent withdrawal. It is often deployed with minimal public notice, and when announcements are made, they are usually intended as strategic communication rather than operational necessity. Simply sharing that a B-2 has been deployed can be enough to alter calculations in adversarial capitals. Iran's military planners understand that no matter how sophisticated their air defenses have become, the B-2 is designed for precisely such environments. Unlike larger and louder platforms, the B-2 does not rely on brute force. Instead, It relies on being unseen, unpredictable, and devastatingly accurate. This combination gives the U.S. a tremendous advantage when managing crises or deterring aggressive actions. Another major factor behind B-2 deployments is their reliability and flexibility. The aircraft can carry both conventional and nuclear weapons, though nuclear capability is rarely discussed publicly due to obvious sensitivities. In real-world missions, the B-2 typically carries conventional munitions like JDAMs or massive ordnance penetrators, delivering them with pinpoint accuracy. Its long-range reach allows it to strike targets on the other side of the world without needing forward bases. This means the U.S. can project power without relying heavily on regional partners who may face political constraints. In scenarios involving Iran, where tensions rise quickly and unpredictably, the ability to respond from afar while minimizing regional exposure is incredibly valuable. When the U.S. moves B-2 bombers into operational areas, it often accompanies them with supportive aircraft, intelligence assets, and increased surveillance. This broader network strengthens the overall mission capability. The B-2 rarely works alone. It is typically part of a layered strategy involving satellites, reconnaissance aircraft, cyber tools, and regional partnerships. This multi-layered approach ensures that targets are identified accurately, monitored continuously, and assessed in real time. The B-2 becomes the sharp end of a very large and complex spear. The fact that all these elements can be activated swiftly is part of why adversaries take these deployments seriously. Iran's response to such deployments often includes enhancing radar coverage, mobilizing air defense units, and issuing warnings or political statements. However, these reactions also demonstrate the tremendous impact of simply positioning a B-2 within operational range. Iran's air defense network consists of both domestic and foreign systems, but none are optimized to detect or intercept an aircraft with the B-2's level of stealth. This imbalance adds pressure to Iranian leadership during periods of tension. Knowing that certain key sites could be targeted without warning changes diplomatic calculations. It pushes negotiations, messaging, and strategic decisions in a direction that reduces risk of conflict rather than encouraging it. The B-2's flights toward Iran are also a show of assurance to U.S. allies in the region. Countries like Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE monitor Iran's activities closely and rely heavily on U.S. protection. Displaying advanced capabilities reinforces the U.S. role as the primary security guarantor. It also signals commitment to maintaining stability even as new geopolitical challenges emerge. In a region where alliances and rivalries shift rapidly, visible U.S. strength carries significant weight. The B-2's presence is an unmistakable reminder that the U.S. maintains technological and strategic superiority. Another important aspect of the B-2's mission is its influence on diplomacy. The U.S. often pairs military movements with diplomatic negotiations. When tensions with Iran escalate, the United States uses both pressure and dialogue to avoid unnecessary conflict. Deploying B-2 bombers can act as leverage, strengthening America's position at the negotiating table. Whether discussing nuclear activities, regional behavior, or maritime security, the knowledge that the U.S. has unmatched precision, strike capability shapes the tone and direction of discussions. Diplomacy backed by credible force becomes far more persuasive. The aircraft's deployment also has logistical and operational significance. Preparing a B-2 bomber for missions abroad requires careful planning, including maintenance crews, security, fuel, and coordination with host nations. These behind-the-scenes efforts demonstrate the seriousness of U.S. intentions. The Air Force does not move a B-2 unless the situation demands high-level attention. This means that when news breaks of its presence in the Middle East, analysts and governments around the world pay close attention. Beyond its strategic and tactical importance, the B-2 represents the pinnacle of aerospace engineering. Built using advanced composites and cutting-edge materials, the aircraft remains ahead of most modern technologies. Its unique profile helps it evade detection, but it also allows it to remain incredibly stable and efficient during long missions. The cockpit systems are designed for precision and reliability, enabling pilots to manage complex tasks during extended operations. Many of the technologies pioneered by the B-2 have influenced later aircraft, yet none have matched its combination of stealth, range, and payload. When assessing why the U.S. would send B-2 bombers toward Iran, it's essential to understand the broader regional context. The Middle East remains one of the world's most strategically sensitive areas. Maritime routes, energy infrastructure, and political tensions require constant attention. Iran's military activities, including missile development and regional influence, often raise concerns among neighboring countries and global powers. Deploying the B-2 becomes part of the U.S. effort to maintain balance and deter actions that could destabilize the region. These steps aim to prevent misunderstandings, protect American forces, ensure freedom of navigation, and keep the situation from escalating into direct conflict. The presence of such advanced aircraft also sends a domestic message. It signals that the U.S. military remains prepared, modernized, and capable of responding to global threats. The B-2's role in this messaging is particularly important because it symbolizes technological excellence and strategic depth. It shows that even in rapidly evolving geopolitical situations, the United States maintains tools that give it unmatched reach and accuracy. This reassurance strengthens both internal confidence and external credibility. Considering how rare B-2 deployments are, they draw significant attention from military observers. The aircraft operates in small numbers, so every movement is meaningful. Analysts often study these deployments to understand U.S. intentions. The positioning of strategic bombers is one of the clearest signals of potential military planning or heightened readiness. When these aircraft move closer to Iran, it becomes clear that Washington is closely monitoring developments and wants to maintain the ability to act swiftly. The B-2's relevance continues to evolve as geopolitical dynamics shift. While new aircraft like the B-21 Raider are expected to join the U.S. arsenal, the B-2 remains uniquely capable. Its ability to blend into the environment, operate quietly, and strike with precision ensures that it will remain important for years to come. As tensions ebb and flow, the aircraft will continue to serve as both a shield and a sword capable of defending allies and deterring adversaries. Ultimately, the deployment of B-2 bombers toward Iran reflects a broader strategy of maintaining stability while preventing escalation. The United States aims to show strength without provoking conflict. The B-2 provides the perfect balance. It is powerful yet discreet, visible yet elusive, and capable without being unnecessarily aggressive. Its presence alone can shift the direction of events without firing a shot. That is the true power of strategic deterrence. As we look inside the decision to send these bombers toward Iran, we can appreciate not only the technological brilliance behind the aircraft, but also the complexity of modern military strategy. The B-2 Spirit embodies a combination of precision, stealth, and psychological influence that few weapons can match. Its movements shape international discussions and reinforce the delicate balance of power in regions where stability is fragile. Understanding the logic behind such deployments helps us grasp the reality of modern geopolitics, where every action carries layers of meaning and consequence. This detailed exploration shows how strategic platforms like the B-2 remain essential tools in maintaining peace through strength. Their presence serves as a reminder that behind diplomacy and negotiations lies a silent but powerful capability.